been 5 years since the COVID-19 outbreak. What I thought was just a flu turned into a pandemic, then turned into a plague. Life hasn't been the same. It's been dull, but a whole new level of dull. It's only my dog and I left. I ended up being the only asymptomatic person in my family once this all turned to shit. The news was saying 1 in 500 people would end up surviving and that anyone who lost their family would be covered by government funds until they can make enough to survive on their own again. It's been lonely. I don't like being stuck in this house with all the memories. I've left everyone's rooms the way they were before they died. I feel as if I'd feel some type of guilt if I moved everything. The hardest for me was my brother. He was the last one to go. We had become closer than ever for the past 5 years before he died. I sit in his room sometimes. It still smells like him. We went through thick and thin together. I was hoping he may have been immune to it like me, but the chances are almost impossible. I wear his sweatshirt around too. I feel like a piece of me is gone. My mom was first, my stepfather the week after, so we had to learn to live on our own. My brother made it about 2 more months after them. We haven't been able to go outside because the virus has become airborne. I can, only because I am asymptomatic and have no one left in my family to infect. But I try not to so I don't infect someone else. It's been hard trying to pass the time. I feel like I've done everything there is to do. I'm tired of the news. There's barely any updates, just more on people dying. I could never understand why it was so hard for people to stay inside, especially when it was pronounced a plague. I haven't seen my friends since the spring of my senior year. All of them have died too. Unfortunately, my only way of finding out was when they wouldn't show up to our video chats or respond to texts. They dropped one by one, like flies. 1 week it was William, the next week it was Sierra, and so on. Sometimes I reminisce on our times together, or they haunt me when I try to sleep. Flashbacks to better days. Days when I could hug them. Days when we could laugh together in the same room with good energy. Days when we could go out for breakfast together, shove each other down the halls, have giant slumber parties and stay up all night. I think I took saying I love you for granted. I should have said it more, because I did love them and I still do. But now it is a constant battle of, did I tell them before the virus got them? Were they alone? Did they go in peace? Was there anything I could have done? My best friend always told me he would haunt me if he died, as an itch. So when I get an itch, I know it's him. I hate him for that. But goddamn, if I could tell my friends how much I love them again, I would. I sit and scroll through old social media posts a lot, for the memories or for a good laugh. No one posts anymore. I don't know if it's because everything is too depressing or if everyone is dead. I find myself talking to my dog. I think he understands me. He usually curls up next to me and sleeps on my bed at night. The people on the news are always saying to stay positive, that this will all pass, that there is meaning to life still, but I begin to question it sometimes. If all the people I love are gone, then what's the point, you know? I don't know. But since I was lucky enough to survive this, there must be some purpose. If there is a god or some other big spirit in the sky, they saved me. Or I'm just one of the lucky ones. Pets are still immune, though, which is why Shep is still here with me. He loves being inside and all, but I think he wishes he could be outside more than ever right now. We haven't been on a walk in years. He has been my only comfort through all of this. He's a good boy. I don't know what I'm going to do when it's his time to go too.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ian Dagnall with Channel 3 News, your local news at 8. Unfortunately, today, things do not seem to be lightening up with the pandemic. Though, good news out of Washington, the government announced this morning that they will be taking on new tactics in order to battle the virus. Teaming up with China, where the virus originated, of course, officials plan to discuss new chemical combatants to the virus. Our president will not be aboard the plane to China, however, as it is too dangerous to have her travel. Breaking news from our correspondents down in Washington. Officials have reported that there are currently no new cases of the deadly coronavirus. After 5 long years, the government's decided to lift the lockdown. Please, of course, take the necessary precautions with going outside, as for the virus may not be totally gone yet. And I'd advise you to stay that way for at least the next few months, until the virus is 100% gone for good. However, this is wonderful news. This is Ian Dagnall with Channel 3 News, signing off.
It's over. It's finally over. I've lost everyone and everything, but I'm still here. I made it. I survived. It's been a long 5 years. 5 years I will never get back. 5 years of memories I could have had wasted. But now this is a chance for new beginnings. A new life. A better life. A life with open doors.
I spend too much time in my room. I keep too many secrets from you. I like to be alone, but it's bad for me, 'cause I spend too much time in my room. I spend too much time on my phone. I know I said I liked being alone, but I care way too much about what they think. So I spend too much time on my phone.